Joined now by DePauw University. They just won Game 6 of the NCAA Division III Softball National Championship Series. We're joined by outfielder Megan McCord, pitcher Kahla Nolan, and head coach Erin Hanrahan. Coach, comments from you about today's game?
That was very exciting, and I'm really proud of our team. That felt a lot like the regionals and the super regionals. That looked a lot more like DePauw, where we had a little bit of shaky defense early on, and then those same kids came back and made the plays when it counted at the end, and our offense consistently battled. If they would get one, we would take one back, and they did the same. And knowing that we were a pretty evenly matched team like that, you just had to find a little bit more of the right time. And I really think being the home team gave us a big advantage to always have the last wraps and end with our strength, which has been our offense lately.
Well, let's get to that big play that we had. Morgan, the home run to win the game in the bottom of the 8th inning in the National Championship Series, working for a title. Didn't mean too much at all. Tell me about exactly what was going through your head from the pitch, but more so, you're going down first base, you're watching it. Did you think it was going to get out?
Well, I knew that it felt good. And I was like, okay, this might be going over. And I saw the outfielder turning around. I was like, wow. And the cheers for the fans were going crazy. And then going up to bat, I knew that Jen, Rich, I put it all out on the field. Kahla pitched her heart out, and then Taylor was killing the ball, and that I should do my part too. So might as well end the game right there. So
at what point did you realize what you had just done?
I think rounding third, seeing everybody at home going crazy.
Kahla, on the other side, you pitched a very nice game today. Just 3 hits, 3 walks, a couple errors behind you, but you worked through it. This was a grinder game. Talk a little bit about that aspect of it.
Yeah, I wasn't as sharp as I can be, so those walks kind of came at inopportune moments, and they were long at bats usually. No one really came up swinging right away, which is smart on their part because I wasn't as sharp as I can be. So it was long, it was moving. There were the errors every once in a while, but it's part of the game. It's you settle in and you keep it calm, and it worked out.
When you have a game like this, how do you stay in it?
Our team's really good at taking those little breaks in between things and just looking at each other and being like, all right, like we messed up that last one, but this one will be it. Or, everyone's there to pick each other up, and everyone does a good job at staying calm.
Coach, the same way for you from a coaching perspective. How do you stay in the moment and keep going with games like that where you know any one decision or any one change or any one moment could mean the game?
Well, I think that just like I have our team practice a whole lot, they've given me a lot of practice with doing this. So you have to be able to be resilient as a coach, where you know when to get on them, when they need to grind through it some more, or when they need a little bit of love, right? Because it's different in different moments. There's times where I need to tell her, you got to get sharper here. Or there's times where I'm like, that's okay, you know what, you've been doing a great job and we're going to pick you up. We'll get you out of it. And it goes the same for the defense as well. I think offense is always the most fun part of the game, so when we get there, everybody's just excited and loose. There's nothing more fun than that part of the game.
Bill?
Coach, is there an aspect of battling through adversity that's made you stronger and made you able to weather some of those innings?
Yeah, I think we said at the beginning of the year, we're not going to have one practice this year that we don't practice adversity, and so we're going to try different types of it in order to put us in positions where when we get into the big games at the big moment, nobody falls apart or freaks out if somebody goes up on us. We have to learn how to battle back, and I think our style of play is very aggressive, both sides, defensively and offensively, so we like to get things started, and we like to go for the runners, and sometimes that can burn you in a couple instances. So practicing resiliency all year long has been one of the themes of our practices, and it's also now been the themes of our games in the postseason. So I'm really proud of them for actually doing what we've practiced. I think that's the hardest part of any game, is actually implementing what you've worked on when it's harder to create that pressure. So these kids are wonderful at getting through pressure.
8 wins in your last at bat this year, and 4-0 in elimination games. Have you been a part of anything like that?
No, this is incredible. But I have been a part of it now, and I'll tell you, this is going to be a year of softball I'll never forget, and it's going to be something that hopefully if I have a long career coaching anywhere, I can draw on a team like this who was able to use all different types of situations and find a way to win and find a way to continue to be resilient. And they're all winners, even if at the end of the day we're not the ones going home with the championship trophy, because they've had to do this in so many games, and getting to this point at this year has been a team effort. We don't have any All-Americans on DePauw, but as a team, I don't see many teams playing as cohesively as we do. So that's what I'm most proud of them for.
And finally, Morgan, have you had a walk-off homer before?
No, I haven't. That was a first for me.
How many years of softball?
A lot of years. That was my first one. It was nice. I'd love to do it again.
Kahla, as the pitcher, were you just racking your brain a little bit after thinking, why are we waiting so long to make this happen, to win the games?
No, I mean, they're scratching, every inning. I don't know if we had any 1, 2, 3 innings, but if we do, there's not a lot of them. So, I mean, it's part of the game. We're going to face good pitchers. We're going to face, good fielders now that we're in the top 8 teams. And so, sure, I would like them to score early, but if they don't, I know that it'll happen. It'll come.
And Coach, to finish up here, what do you think a game like this does for the rest of the term?
Well, it gives us a chance to keep going. And that team right there is a fantastic team. Very well coached. The players on that team were very poised. So I believe playing a team like that gives us an opportunity to be better in all the games going forward, because that pitcher was a really outstanding, good pitcher. And so we're ready now to see whoever else we get matched up with along the way. I also think to never say die, it's always great to have those reminders. This one's going to be fresh in our mind. And I'm really proud of our girls for going out there and getting it.
Well, Morgan, Kahla, and Coach, thank you very much, and good luck in your next game.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.